I'm going to have her sit right here in front of this crate. It's an extra big size crate, but it's still a crate. See how she's waiting to go in? This is the way we put her in the crate. She loves her crate. With your right hand, pat her chest and say, go. She'll go in there. When she goes in there and turns around, look what I'm doing. Meeting her with a little reward. Good. So when she goes in and she turns around to face you, right away she gets a treat. And I'm going to give her another treat here as I unhook her prong collar. And she's got a little cloth choker on. And then you close the door. Now, she may have a problem with barking at first when you close the door, so I, for a while, gave her a little pile of food to munch on while I did that, so she was busy doing that, and sometimes it was a pile of her, regular dry food that I kept in a bowl on top. So every time we put her in the crate, the last thing I would do is give her a pile of that. That took her a minute or so to eat while I close the door. And in this case, we have a little towel up here. Put a little towel in front because she might bark depending on what your household is like. We had dogs passing by and people passing by, and at first she was barking, but then she stopped later on because we did this. So that would be something I would recommend you doing if you start having that issue. The prong collar gets hung on the crate door like this. Just hang like that. The choke chain, if you're using a regular choke chain or cloth, whatever, you can just put there or wherever you want. But the prong collar is good to hang here because then it doesn't get tangled up in itself, and it's always right there for you to put on when you take her out. So she slept overnight in the crate every night, and throughout the day, every hour, hour and a half or so, she came out just through that front door or the front door in the house next door. It's the same house basically, but we have a bigger yard there, so we had her over there as well, and released in and out of the front yard throughout the day. When we go get her to bring her in, she'd sit at the door, come in just like you saw me when we came in with the mat, sitting at doorways, walking, having her sit in front of the mat, and in front of the crate, allowed to go in. That's been her routine. So 5-6 times a day, she's in and out, in and out, in and out. That's her routine. Each time you do it, it's a little training routine. It's an opportunity to train. She's sitting, she's waiting, she's being calm, waiting to be allowed to go. It's really great. It's the best way to train because it's in short little periods, 30-second periods, 1 minute, whatever, and then a little success, a reward, and you're done. Much better than the old-fashioned way of just like, an hour a day altogether, because that makes the dogs burn out and makes it not fun. So she's learned really fast because of doing it that way. So when we're going to take her out, I always attach the leash to the collar like this, the prong collar. Make sure it's not twisted. If it's twisted, it won't work. So you might want to let it hang just like that so it's loose and so it's not twisted. And then when you reach in there, you're just going to put this around her neck and attach it. And then this is going to come up by her right ear because she's going to be on your left like this when you're walking her. And you see throughout the video how we're using this. It's not for a correction. The prong collar, this is the smallest size they make, and it's just so that you can control her very easily with little tiny pops. It's not even a pop, it's more like a little prompt. And the leash is loose 95% of the time. And you can just watch that throughout the videos. When I'm going to put this on her, when we open this crate door, you control this boundary. So she's waiting. See how she won't come out? Good. Guess what? She gets a reward. If she tries to come out before you allow her, no. You do that. So she knows. She's waiting. Good. She gets rewards, so why wouldn't she wait? You control this boundary. You control the boundary on her way in, and on the way out makes you the leader. See, I'm taking this right here, putting it around her neck, hooking it up. See how calm she is, how easy this is. And then I'm also going to put this cloth choker on because we're going to go out on the street, and you always want to have it doubled up in case the prong collar ever comes off. The choke chain comes into play because it's just there for safety, but it hangs loose all the other times. It's only for safety. It's not used for training. So she's hooked up, she's still waiting, she's being very good. See how she's waiting? Good. One more treat. Why wouldn't she wait in there? She waits, she gets rewards. If not, she gets this annoying little slam. Okay, she comes out with your permission. See, I'm going to do a little left turn here, step into her, close the door. This door is always closed. It's closed when she's in, obviously, and it's closed when she's out because the way you just saw me do this. Sit. You control that boundary. That's what makes the crate routine important. So the front door is another boundary. Usually dogs get super overstimulated and want to run through and pull you through, but we've practiced her sit stays in so many different places. This is one of those places to where she's super calm and she gets rewards. Good, when we come back. Okay, and then she walks calmly. See how the leash is always loose? If she doesn't walk calmly, you just do a little pops like that to slow her down. But this is something that I practice several times a day. Sit. Good, of just going in and out. Okay, maybe going through the front door doesn't even mean you're going for a walk. You're just doing your little exercise. Sit. Just practice this. Good, practice her waiting, being calm. Okay, in and out, in and out. Going back again, sit, reward. You can step in as well, like you saw me before. Step in. You never have the dog, never call the dog to come to you. That's not going to help us. That's old-fashioned stuff that actually makes her more anticipatory, because remember from the other part of the video, if you call the dog to you, it builds anticipation because they're right on edge waiting for when you're going to call her. So she needs to know that she's rock solid, waiting calm until you come back to allow her to walk with you. It's also more practical in real life as well. So this is a great exercise to have them be calm in this calm zone here. And if she starts to walk like this, coming through there calm and down your driveway, down your steps calm, all the way, she's going to hit the street calm and at a way lower level, okay, of anxiety, okay, come on, than she did before. So sit. A lot more has to happen for her to get to that breaking point like she used to, because she starts at such a lower level of being stable and calm. Maybe say the breaking point's up here, maybe she only gets this far, even if you kind of lose control. She doesn't have an episode. But if you let her pull you through the front door, she's all excited, and she starts her walk at a high level of excitement, then she sees another dog, boom, over the top, you have another episode. So that's why we've been practicing this stuff, and we're showing you how to do it too. So you do this at your house, so you'll get the same results. Of course, she looks really good here because we practiced it for 5 weeks, 4 weeks, however long she's been here. You just have to practice this, use the video to practice with, stick with the program, and she will fall into line because she'll realize you're not going back to the way things used to be. And she'll start doing for you as she does for me. You just have to be consistent and practice this. Okay, now we're going to go for a walk. One last little left turn here so I can reach in and close the door. Okay.